Alright, the part of Harold Oxley. Now, who the fuck is this guy? He's just some random guy that Indiana Jones seems to have known all this time. I don't know. I don't really know much about him. I don't know, maybe I'd have to watch, maybe I missed some parts in the movie, so I don't know much about him, but apparently he's just this guy who got crazy from looking at the Crystal Skull, I guess. Well, that's from my understanding. And then eventually he just, yeah, he eventually gains his sanity back at the end of the movie and stuff, and then he kind of I think he's able to determine like the alien's language, I think. I could be wrong about this, but this is just from my understanding. I think I'd have to see the movie again, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe someone will do better at explaining his role. Yeah, but basically, yeah, when me and my brothers were just like, what the hell? It doesn't really explain his part too well. Like, he was in this, he's just like this random guy, Indiana Jones, did not know that well. Well, it doesn't explain him too well. And he just kind of goes nuts by looking at a crystal skull, and that's... and then the part where he was like in an insane asylum or something. Now I'm going on to the character of George McHale. Another character that we do not know much about either, kind of like Harold Oxley. He's at the beginning of the movie with Indiana Jones in the opening scene. Apparently he is a double agent. And like apparently him and Indiana Jones have been friends for all these years. Something that we just learned about. Throughout the movie, he's either like a triple or quadruple agent. He keeps switching sides, either Indiana Jones or the Soviets in the movie. It's getting annoying. Just make up your mind, Mac. Oh, this guy apparently loves getting the shit beat out of him by Indiana Jones. And the one in the Jeep scene, he keeps saying, Jonesy, poo, ow, Jonesy, poo, ow, Jonesy, poo. He keeps saying Jonesy. It's like he loves getting the shit beat out of him. Indiana Jones just keeps beating the shit out of him. He doesn't even bother trying to fight back against Indiana Jones. He just sits there and keeps saying Jonesy. God, this guy is such a pussy. Yeah, that's my description of him. He's just some pussy who keeps saying Jonesy all the time, and he's also like a triple or quadruple agent, pretty much as Indiana Jones said himself at the end of the movie, when they're in the final chamber tomb. And last but not least, we got Harrison Ford, once again reprising the role of Indiana Jones. I think that he did really good during the whole movie. He captured his character quite well, I think. Pretty good. He was very humorous, he was very funny. And you know, he still acted like his old self in all the other Indiana Jones movies, I think. So overall, he was the best part of the movie once again. And that's all I feel I need to say. Harrison Ford just kicks ass as Indiana Jones. And also, you know, it was awesome seeing him swing again from his whip and stuff. Yeah, it was just fantastic. Good job, Harrison Ford. I love you as Indiana Jones. Alright, with my character reviews done, now I'll just move and just give you kind of like a short, I'll try to like make the plot brief, I guess, and try to explain it to the best of my understanding. Okay, at the beginning of the movie, Indiana Jones and George McHale are both like kidnapped by the Soviets. They're kidnapped by Soviets, apparently. And Dr. Irina Spalko wants Dr. Jones to like find this like remains of like an alien or something. Like, so right there, me and my brothers were already thinking, oh great, there's probably going to be aliens in this movie. Like, they did not have to put aliens in this movie. And then right after that, after they find the remains and stuff, there's a great action scene right after that. Oh, and apparently, apparently, fridges are able to withstand like atomic blasts. How the hell? What the hell? When did fridges become good enough to withstand atomic blasts? What the fuck? I thought that only worked for safes. I don't even know if that works for safes. Actually, I don't know if it works for anything. I think that atomic blasts just blow up everything. Well, I don't know. I'm not an expert on this. Alright. Then after that, Shia LaBeouf meets up with Indiana Jones and bitches and whines and says his mother's missing, so they go to look for her, and they also go to look for Harold Oxley, because apparently he went nuts after finding the Crystal Skull in Peru, and they just kind of go around exploring in ruins stuff, facing some Soviets and some like tribe people and stuff. Those parts right there, the parts where him and Shia LaBeouf are just kind of exploring around in like the ruins and stuff, those parts were pretty good. I like those parts. It was just good. They should just had those two in the movie, I think. But then later, then they get kidnapped once again by the Soviets, and Ira Spalko once again, and then Marion Ravenwood, and then Harold Oxley are in the movie now. So now you got two more annoying bitches, two more annoying people. Oh, also, if I didn't say that earlier, Indiana Jones and Mutt eventually find the Crystal Skull, and they just kind of carry it around for the rest of the movie. And oh, it's not a normal Crystal Skull too. It's actually an alien Crystal Skull. Like, what the hell? Why did they have to make this movie an alien movie? Oh my god. I hate you, George Lucas. You and your stupid alien theme. I think they should just had the Crystal Skull be normal, and it should have just, like, had, like, powers and stuff or something. To, like, control Nazis or, I don't know, make them immortal. Yeah. I don't know. Like, more based off the other movies. Why did they have to have aliens? God damn it! Alright. So anyways, so they're captured for a little bit, but then they eventually escape, and then there's this really awesome Jeep chase scene. Really good action. Indiana Jones beats up a bunch of people. Shia LaBeouf gets his ass kicked by Ira Spalkov. And then it was really good, but then eventually, Shia LaBeouf summons all these monkeys all of a sudden. All these monkeys coming with him. They follow him, and they kick the Soviets' ass, and they beat the shit out of Ira Spalko, I mean. And then here's the other thing too. Besides all the monkeys randomly, now there's these army ants. Like, and then these army ants apparently eat the crap out of this guy that Indiana Jones is fighting. They just devour him within seconds. Me and my little brother Mike thought to ourselves, Mummy ripoff? It's kind of like those scarab beetles in The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Like they crawl on these people, they crawl on people in the Mummy, and they just eat them within seconds. Wow, they took it straight from The Mummy, I think. That's what me and Mike thought. Oh my god, they didn't. You know, it would have been a great fight scene, a great Jeep fight scene. Why did they have to have the monkeys and the freaking army ants? Ah! Why? Oh my god. Now I'm bitching about it. That's great. Alright, movie. Alright, now Indiana Jones is with Harold Oxley, Mutt, Marion Ravenwood, and then Jonesy, George McHale, is now claiming he's on their side again after getting the shit beat out of him by Indiana Jones. And then, just for the fun of it, they go off 3 waterfalls. Lots of fun. But apparently when it shows the part with Ira Spalko, they go up 3 waterfalls, and then apparently you see the part of Ira Spalko, I can't pronounce her name, her and the Russians, you see them and they're like all dry and stuff, like it's like they didn't even go down the waterfall. I'm serious, they were dry, like they were not wet. It's like they took like another route or like the stairs or something, besides going down 3 waterfalls. Who knows? Alright, finally they go into this chamber where there's these 12 aliens, one's missing a head, they put the Crystal Skull back on his head, Harold Oxley gains his insanity back, and then they start to feed knowledge into Ira Spalko, and then she blows up, and then apparently there's this warp to a new dimension, as Harold Oxley says. What the hell? They just say it's a warp to a new dimension. They don't explain it. It's just a warp. Like, do they explain where it's going? Do they explain what's in the dimension? Come on, give us some more info, damn it! I wanted to know where they were going at least. If it was a freaking alien movie, God. I watched it for a freaking 2 hours. Yeah, instead of having like an epic, like, final fight scene, yeah, the Soviets, the Russians or the Soviets or whatever, I don't know if the Russians or Soviets, I forget. They get sucked up into this warp, and Indiana Jones and everybody else escapes, but George McHale gets sucked into the dimension, and then they escape the tomb. And then apparently, all the 12 alien statues all warp into one. They all warp into one, and it becomes a live alien. Oh my god, it really is an alien movie. Why? Ah. Alright, so yeah, and then as I said before, Ira Spalko blows up, and she gets sucked into another dimension. And it's a combination of all 3 Indiana Jones movies' death scenes at the end of it.